guys, welcome back to MTG Bark Breaks. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We have a collection to review, so this will be kind of cool. We're going to be opening up a collection that I bought. Just picked it up right when I returned from my trip. So basically everything is contained in this one shoebox. But there's a fair amount in here, so we're going to go ahead and explore this together and see what we got. Value-wise, I'll admit, I do know some of the things in here. I'm pretty sure that we're going to get our values worth. But with that in mind, knowing what I could see from the listing photos, I offered around $600, which to me felt like a safe bet. I'm happy with the amount that we paid. So we're going to go ahead and take a look and see if we made our money's worth and how things went. Okay guys, so we're going to be doing things from a little bit of a different perspective today. There's no need for the transparency camera because everything will be contained in this already open box. And I will not have any pricing over on the side. However, there will be pricing edited into the video. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and see what we got here. So we have a binder. We'll go ahead and review that. I think there's only a few cards in the binder. We have a bunch of top-loaded cards. Now, this is what I suspect most of our value is going to come in. I'm not going to look at these now. This will be our ending for the video. We have a bunch of singles here. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this box so that way we can clear our slate. So we're going to go ahead and move all these singles off to the side. What caught my eye on this purchase was obviously the collector boxes. I figured, you know what? If this guy had bought collector boxes, there's probably some value in here. $600 seems pretty reasonable. It looks like we have to start some. We have some Kamigawa Neon Dynasties, so that's not too bad. That's a pretty nice little find in here. I would wonder whether or not we have the rares. We'll have to see. So common. Hey, you know, the lands, they held value. And there's some of these tokens that have some value too. I don't think that's one of them, but that's okay. Common. Oh, another land. Nice. Okay, so doing okay. Uncommon. Spirit token with a human monk. That one I don't think has value. Common. Uncommon. Some of the treatments on these were really cool. It's a shame that none of them really held a lot of value, but still pretty cool. We got an island. Samurai ninja token. We have common. Uncommon, another foil land. I mean, these are already doing well for us. These, I think, have some significant value. So that's pretty awesome. Can't be that upset about that. That's a pretty cool dragon spirit token. I don't know if that has any value or not, but pretty cool. Spirits, human monk, samurai. Ooh, got a legendary token. Kaimi. Don't know if that has any value, but we'll look that one up. Pilot Spirit, Construct, Samurai. Nope, no Shrine yet. Those Shrine tokens were pretty hard. We moved on to some Dominaria United. This is the Commander cards, I believe, if I remember correctly. So, Commander Uncommon. Can't imagine there'd be some Sheoldreds in here. That would be pretty amazing. Uncommon, common. Lots of Kamigawa. I wonder if this guy was chasing something in particular. Common. There are some copies of these Go Shintai shrines. With the most recent Avatar set, with shrines actually being a more practical build, these might have gone up a little bit. We'll have to take a look and see. I mean, let's think about this. One token per booster, right? There is a ton of tokens here. This guy must have bought a lot of Kamigawa. Like a crazy amount. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? 12, sorry. That's one box. I'm not even remotely done. If this is all Kamigawa, this guy bought a lot of Kamigawa. Okay, we'll have to keep seeing here. This will be interesting. Okay. Let's see here. How many of these are backwards? Let's see. Common. Oop. Okay. Temio Safekeeping. That's got value. Common. Oop. Okay. Here we go. Goblin Shamans. These have value. These are like 10 bucks a piece. Nice. Great find. That's good. common, 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 common. You know that this is all from collectors because so much of it is foil. And also the ratio of commons to uncommons is nowhere near what you would expect from a set or a play box or anything like that. Common. Oop, another Tameo Safekeeper. Nice. Uncommon. Kind of want to repack these into a cube. Got so much Kamigawa stuff, I bet you can make a pretty decent cube with it. I do like this card. Enchantment spells you cast cost 1 less to play. It only costs 2. It's got lifelink, Human Monk. I feel like that can potentially have some value to someone. I don't know if it's going to have a lot of actual monetary value, but I think that it's definitely playable card. Common, common. I guess of all the sets, to just have a ton of bulk, Kamigawa is not the worst. You know, there's some valuable tokens. There's some valuable commons. All the lands have value. So, you know, it definitely could have been a worse set to have landed a bunch of bulk from. My goodness. Okay, I'm going to highlight this. So this is the burden you get. Literally, just look at this bottom corner. Watch this. That's wild. You can see the dust line on that. Probably about halfway through the loose cards. Last stack. And then what I'll probably do is when we get to the other things, I'll probably zoom in because there's a few less cards, so we can kind of cycle through it a little bit more effectively, I guess. Common, common. Ooh, nice. Little pocket of lands here. Got a island there, and a Long Reach of the Night, a nice swamp. Uncommon, common, common. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe the last pocket is going to have some juicy stuff. Samurai, Tamaria's Notebook, uncommon, uncommon, Era of Enlightenment, and common, there we go. Another Plains, nice. Common, common, common. Getting a few more lands now, which is nice. Rat Rogue, Samurai, another Forest, and another Island, nice. Construct Samurai, Treasure Spirit, another Island, nice. Spirit Samurai, Plains, nice. Dragon Spirit. I hope those Dragon Spirits carry some value, but I'm not holding my breath on that. We're doing great on lands. Love that. Can't go wrong with the lands. Those carry value. I mean, honestly, the lands are, like, so choice. They're so good. Uncommon. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we got some etched foil Dominaria United. You can tell because they're one of the few things that really didn't curl that much. Ooh. Look at that. Found a rare hiding in here. What do you know? Thousand-Faced Shadow. I'll have to look up what that one is. Maybe we found a pocket. We'll have to see. I'm going to put that one off to the side. I doubt that one carries any substantial value, but hey. I will take one rare. Had plenty of chances. Uncommon. Common. Construct Samurai. Treasure Spirit. And a Monk Samurai. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on to these collector boxes and see what we can find in here. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in for this next one just because I feel like we were having trouble seeing a little bit. And there's a higher chance of getting something of value in these, I think, compared to the others. So let's go ahead and take a look here and see. Uncommon, common, common. Shout if I miss anything. Oh, okay. So we got some land action here, and these are good lands. These are Galaxy Foil lands. Okay. Solid. That's going up there. Got another land. Not Galaxy Foil, but very nice. We'll have to price check those. Uncommon. Common. This is another one of those attractions. Uncommon, uncommon, common, 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 common. Ooh, nice. Okay. So this might be where we get some money out of this box. Because those Galaxy Foil treatments, those are probably going to carry some value. Uncommon, nice Galaxy Foil Island there. The first box break that we're going to do for Patreon, we got to do the new set. You know, like, I feel like I'd be doing a disservice if we weren't. It will be the Secrets of Strixhaven. I don't have it yet, but I should have my early supply hopefully by next week is what I'm kind of crossing my fingers for. If not by then, it hopefully will be in by the week after. So I'm kind of crossing my fingers that this will be the last box opening before I can start cracking some Strixhaven. That would be pretty awesome. Oh, God, that's gorgeous. Damn. Is that foiling only on, like, the portions that are, like, the planets? It is. That is so cool. Okay, one more pile. Uncommon, uncommon. Oh, nice. Some more lands. These lands are beautiful. Ooh, got a rare. Not sure which one that is. Lifetime pass holder. Look it up. That's fine. Uncommon, uncommon. Common. Tract, and then 2 nice lands to close it out. So given that the first 2 sets really had a lot of their rares filtered out, I'm not expecting really a lot of rares, so temper your expectations. Some of the extended art cards, the staples in particular, they do carry some value. So what I'm going to do in this attempt is put any extended arts up here for easy lookup, and then I'll just do commons on commons. I think that's probably the easiest way. Oop. Vector Fiction extended. Okay, that's a start. Skywhale Shots, Lifecrafter's Gift, Spark Tongue Dragon, Palace Sentinels Preordain extended. That's good. Miara, Thorn of the Glade in Etched. Ooh, Kedris, Emberclaw. That's got some value. Ooh, this is probably good. Foil Arcane Signet extended. That one I'm sure has got to have some value, so that's good. Tormod the Desecrator, an Etched Nadir Agent, Duskanel, Viscera Seer extended. That one might have some value. Copy and Horror, a extended Generous Gift. That might be good. Numa Joraga, Chieftain and Etched. Dragon Mantle, Commander Sphere. That's always good. Playable. Not sure if it's going to be valuable outside of that. Ooh. That edge doesn't look great. I'm a little bit worried about that. Okay, well, playable. Extended art, Boros Charm. But it's seen better days. Soldier Zombie. Ooh, Etched Kedris. Kedis. That might be okay. Path of Ancestry, that should be good. Okay, not a nothing burger, but nothing super exciting in that, unfortunately. Okay, so let's see what we got in here. Okay, oh, we got some rares. Okay. Not bad rares either. AO the Dawn Sky in foil. Oh, there's another card hiding behind it. With a extended art non-foil AO the Dawn Sky. Nice. Atsushi the Blazing Sky. Extended non-foil. Goro, Disciple of Ryusi. Don't know if that one carries any value, but it does activate these dragon spirits, so maybe it does something. Kara's Wastes in the extended non-foil. Showcase Art King Darien, the, what is that number? 48th? Got multiple here of the Atari Resurrected. Showcase non-foils. Got a Ivy Gleeful Spell Thief foil. Standard art. Bearer of Blades in Showcase. Blade of the Oni. We got one in a borderless foil treatment and one in a showcase non-foil treatment. Risona Asari Commander. That looks like it's the Japanese art. That looks actually kind of cool. Baru Wormspeaker, an Orca Siege Demon. This one always reminded me of what is it called? Attack on Titans. Rivaz the Claw, Mira Scholar of Antiquity. Chishiro the Shattered Blade. We got 2 copies in the extended art non-foil. Mythic Explosive Singularity foil. Ooh, oh, okay. A Go Shintai of Life's Origin. That one's got some value in the extended art non-foil treatment. Got a Jin Gataxis. Ooh. Jin-Gitaxias in the extended art foil, and then a Jin-Gitaxias in the Phyrexian. Jugen defends the temple foil, a Junji, the Midnight Sky foil, borderless. Non-foil borderless treatment, a second non-foil borderless treatment, and a foil borderless treatment. So either he really liked these or he just cracked a lot of them. Dama of the West Tree in foil, that's going to carry some value. And a Kira, the Boundless Sky, in a extended art foil. Nashi Moon Sage's Scion in the anime art, if I have to guess. That looks like the anime art. And then there's also a Nashi Moon Sage's Scion foil standard art, and a Nashi, ooh, this one's nice. Nashi Moon Sage's Scion etched foil, anime art Tezzeret Betrayer of Flesh, standard foil art Tezzeret Betrayer of Flesh, I think this is anime art foil Wandering Emperor. It's 303. Just what I was looking for. A Yoshimaru Ever Faithful. Good dog. But now we come to what I suspect will be the best things in this box. A World Breaker, a Deep Fathom Skulker, a Dread Defiler, got an Eldrazi Mimic, Dimension Infiltrator, thought it was loose, Inverter of Truth. Oop, there's a second card in here. Oop, yep, second Inverter of Truth. Okay. Endbringer. I don't know if that one has any value. Second Endbringer. Eldrazi Displacer. Devoid, but it has a white in its casting cost. 3 cost, and tap 3, exile another target creature and then return it to the battle. Okay, so you can flash something. Deep Fathom Skulker. Bearer of Secrets, or Bearer of Silence. 2 cost, 2/1 Eldrazi. It's always good to find Eldrazi that are cheap enough to play. Okay, now we got some Kamigawa. March of the Wretched Sorrow. We have a foil, Tezzeret Betrayer of Flesh, the Wandering Emperor. And this one is non-foil, and what looks to me like the anime art, but I could be wrong. Okay. Kodama of the West Tree, foil showcase art, I believe. Nice. Another Goshintai of Life's Origins. That one is non-foil. Another Jin-Gitaxias Progress Tyrant. Extended art, non-foil. Jin-Gitaxias Progress Tyrant in some type of specialized treatment. Can't tell which one that is, but might just be showcase, but it is foil. Kaido Suzuki in what appears to be anime art, non-foil. Ao the Dawn Sky, a showcase art. Aha! Borderless treatment. Takanuma Abandoned Mire, foil. Another Wandering Emperor, foil. Non-foil Eldrazi Conscription. Tezzeret Betrayer of Flesh again. Again, non-foil Mythic Forsaken Monument. I believe that's from Zendikar Rising. Fable of the Mirror Breaker in foil. I want to say that's the standard art, but I could be wrong. I think you can tell from the back. So yeah, it looks like the back is the showcase art. Commander Hate, for sure. No one likes to see Farewell come out. Atsushi, the Blazing Sky. That's, I believe, showcase or borderless. Yeah, showcase or borderless foil. Ooh, okay. So we got a foil version of the Tezzeret. Aha, nice. He got Iganjo, Seat of the Empire in foil, full art. That one's going to be your borderless treatment, I believe. We got a few more to go. Oh, nice. Okay, here we go. Here are the hits. Otawara, Soaring Sky, or Soaring City. Okay, another one, but this one's non-foil. This is where all of his chase hunting pays off. because I get to reap the benefits from 3 different Hatawaras. There, oh, 4. Sorry, 4. Oh, interesting. A Eye of Ugin. Can't go wrong with Eye of Ugin. Ooh, wait. Ooh, is there 2? There is 2 Eye of Ugins. Awesome. Okay. An Emrakul, the Promised End. Like, I don't think that one's been touched. Okay, let's see how we're gonna finish this. Takanuma, Abandoned Mire. Borderless foil. Here we go. Besiege Who Endures in foil. That's a good card. Okay, maybe this is where all the Besiegers are hiding. Besiege Who Endures Extended Art, non-foil. Okay, yeah. Besiege Who Endures. That's our borderless or showcase art. Non-foil. Ooh. Olamog the Infinite Gyre from Double Masters? Oh, that's textured. That's textured. That's awesome. That's a great find. Yeah. Yeah, that's textured. That's awesome. What a cool find. Wasn't expecting that. Okay. Nice. Gotta love the surprises. Ooh, okay. Kozilek, Butcher of Truth. There's no way this is textured too. There's no way. No, it's not. It's not even foil. But still, very nice treatment. Kozilek, Butcher of Truth. So maybe he did get all of these different ones for like an Eldrazi deck, and these were kind of like the go-tos. Okay, nice. Another Besiege Who Endures. This one's the borderless, but it's in foil. Ooh. I don't remember seeing that treatment up to this point. The Wandering Emperor. Beautiful card. And then an etched Phyrexian Jingataxis. So this one's etched. So this one was not an etched. And you can also tell by the numbers, because the number set was around 316 on this Wandering Emperor, and this goes to 427, so all the best treatments tend to be right at the end. So, yeah. Okay. I'm super excited to total these numbers up. Let me go ahead and put some of these numbers together and see what we got here. And it's time for our weekly giveaway. We're going to be giving away a card, which is either a rare, a mythic, or a card of $1 or value or more from the Foundation's Playbox. We had 5 contenders who entered, and remember, if you end up pulling something worth less than $1, you actually get to spin for a bonus pack that gets also to be sent to you. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. Let's shuffle this up a little bit and spin. Good luck to everyone involved. Let's see what we're competing for here. Looks like we are going for 9 lives familiar. It's a sub $1 card, so we will be doing the bonus packs. So let's go ahead and see what that shows us. Today's bonus packs are going to be Commander Masters, Duskmourn, and Lorwyn Eclipse, and it's looking like it's going to be Duskmourn. So we'll go ahead and open that up after we have selected our winner. Today we are going to be going with 5 different contenders. Let's see who wins. Good luck to everyone. And ooh, it's getting close. Oh, looks like we just tipped over into Felix H9B. Congratulations. Let's go ahead and see what you won. Okay, so we have our 3 packs, and you have won the Duskmourn. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. Remember, these other 2 packs will be entered back into the drawing again, and we will get a new one to replace this one. Let's see what we got. Best of luck. Hopefully we find something something pretty fire in here. Let's see. What's this? Wonder if that's a Secret Lair promo. Let's take a look here and see what we got. Jump Scare, Ragged Playmate, Fear of Lost Teeth, Cautious Survivor, Daggermaw Megalodon, Give In to Violence, Monstrous Emergence, Beastie Beatdown, Razorkin Horde Caller, Keys to the House, Flood Pit's Drowner, and Hushwood Verge. That's not bad. Verges are solid, so that's pretty good. And we also had a Neglected Manor and a Oblivious Bookworm. Okay, along with a Glimmer Token. Nice. Congratulations again to Felix. We will go ahead and post you a mention on our community page for tomorrow, so that way you can go ahead and comment there, and then we'll go ahead and figure out how we can get in touch with you and figure out where you want your cards sent. Congratulations again. Hey guys, so we're back. It was quite a bit to organize, but I think we were able to punch through it. We're going to do this in segments. We're going to start with, keeping it simple, the tokens. I know that there's not a lot of value to be had in tokens, but Kamigawa is like one of the few exception sets in that, and they actually do have some reasonable value for some of their tokens. Even their pilot token, I was actually surprised. I'm not sure that I would necessarily value this way, but my research was coming up with numbers close to around $4 to $5 per token if it's foil, and I had around 15 of them. Again, I'm taking that with a huge grain of salt, but with that in mind, it is priced that way, so that is kind of cool. The ninja tokens do seem to carry some value as well. We did have 4 of those. They're sitting around $3. The dragon spirits, I believe that we had 3 of those, and they're also around like the $4 to $5 range. And then we had the goblin shaman. I mean, that's kind of the coup de grace for Kamigawa. 2 of these is already like 20 bucks. Like 11 bucks each, somewhere in that area, so they're pretty solid. And then the Kiemi, I think that's how you pronounce it, Kimi or Kiemi token, that's another 7-8 bucks. So I think we had, I want to say, 2 of those. So yeah, I mean, like, definitely some decent value to be had in some of these Kamigawa tokens. None of the other ones really were worth anything, but these are not nothing. I'll go ahead and show the prices on each of these, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Moving on to the second part, we had quite a nice surprise in regards to lands in this box, with so many of them being Kamigawa and Kamigawa lands actually holding some value, along with the Unfinity lands. Basic lands by themselves were reasonable. I mean, lands in general in this box were insane, but the basic lands, not bad, and they carried some value. I'll have pricing on the screen, but we had, basically every single type of land to be had in Kamigawa. So basically every single one of these absolutely beautiful treatments was present within this box. I'm not even going to have enough room to show them all, but I'm going to go ahead and kind of double up here a little bit so you can see all of those, which is pretty amazing. On top of that, we also had a lot of the Unfinity lands. Some of them were even lucky enough to be in Galaxy Foil, which is pretty cool. I actually haven't had really many of these already, just because I didn't really pick up a lot of Unfinity products, just because I knew with it just being shock lands of value, I wasn't really that interested. But, it's really nice to have some of these treatments. And then in regards to the Galaxy foiled basics, I mean, we had quite a few, and they're all absolutely beautiful. I'll go ahead and give you kind of like a rough number, but I just wanted to show off some of the foiling on this. I really feel like this foiling puts the Galaxy foiling on Edge of Eternities to shame. It's absolutely stunning and so detailed on here. And every single card is like that. So I can see why people got upset in regards to things like the Secret Lair and the Galaxy foiling for Edge of Eternities. They really outdid themselves when it came to just an Unfinity set for an unset. I mean, it's really beautiful. Now, I will note that for these, really, the ones with the biggest value were these planetary lands that had the Galaxy treatment. Those ones really stood out. I mean, we're talking probably like $8+ per for some of those. So here's another one with the planes. I don't think there's very many, and I think that's part of the reason why they hold so much value, even in a box, which I'm pretty sure this is just from a single box. I counted 12 of them, so that sounds about right to me. there was only 2 of these planetary galaxy foils. So, you know, very, very cool treatments. Those ones hold some value. Really nice surprise to find that that was just kind of hidden among the bulk of that box, given that really every rare had already been withdrawn from there, with exception to 1, which was kind of like a dud rare. So pretty cool. So next we'll go into the commons. There was quite a few that actually stood out. Pricing will be on screen. There was a few that I didn't even recognize had value when I was kind of going through these. I knew the Tamiyo Safekeeping had some value. I did not realize the Reckoner's Bargain or the Planar Incision. There was a few that I pulled out that didn't have value. For instance, the Command Tower, I thought it might be something given that it was foiled. It was not, so you can just ignore that one. The Preordain, I think that one carried some. I did have all of the borderless treatments on here. I'll have pricing on all of them just for curiosity. Some of them had value, some of them didn't. That I believe the Viscera Seer, that one was pretty solid, so we'll go ahead and see what that looks like. Uncommons, for Kamigawa, it's kind of duds. It's not really a whole lot in Kamigawa with a value of $1 or more. Really, I think these are the only 2. And I think it was just the foil treatments of these guys. So don't look in the uncommon slot. That's not where you're going to find your money on Kamigawa. However, the Commander Legends, that's where this one shined. The Kedis Emberclaw familiar, that's pretty solid, but having it in etch treatment, that was a plus $10 card, so that's awesome. There's some more of these extended arts that also came in here and did carry a little bit of value here, so I'm just going to go ahead and show those. All of them were pretty awesome finds. You know, maybe not all of them carried some value, but, you know, I'll be holding on to these because I think these extended arts look amazing. And then we get into the real value of this box. This is going to take a bit, so, you know, strap in. This is purely in sets and number order because it's just going to be easier for me to organize things later. So basically, starting off, the Eye of Ugins, finding not only 1 but 2 of those is huge. You know, plus $50 cards. There was quite a few cards from OGW that really didn't carry a lot of value. I think a couple of them had like a couple dollars. I'm not even going to bother popping them up on the screen just because there's so much heat in this box. It's not really even worth it. The Emrakul, the Promised End. Clearly this guy was trying to put together a Eldrazi deck. And honestly, he had a lot of parts that would have made a really solid deck. But for all the cards that were pre-Kamigawa, not bad. Got a little bit of value here, but those Eye of Ugins and that Emrakul definitely carry some heat. So those are pretty nice finds. From Kamigawa, in regards to the standard art cards, there was quite a few that were pretty great. The Ao, the Dawn Sky in foil. I had 2 Wandering Emperors. 1 Tezzeret Betrayer Flesh, that actually was sub $1. I was surprised to see that because a lot of its other treatments are above it. Nashi Moon Sage's Scion had some value. Explosive Singularity was sub 1. The Kodama of West Tree, that's always a solid card, so great pull there. And then, of course, Bosiju, who endures. Huge card. Super, super quality there. And then some Otawaras. All of these are in foil. Basically, I think everything that you're looking at here is foil treatments. Beautiful. Super heat in that pull there, so that's awesome. Moving on to some of the special treatments, I'm going to start with some of the Planeswalker anime arts. We actually had 1 non-foil and 1 foil Wandering Emperor, which were real nice looking. We definitely got some value there. We also had 2 non-foil Tezzeret Betrayer Fleshes, as well as 1 foil. So those were real nice treatments. And then we also had a Phyrexian Jin Gitaxias, which is just kind of like standard Phyrexian Jin Gitaxias. Very nice. I do like the Phyrexian style. Would be nice if we could read it, but I do like that if it's going to be in a different language, it's a language that no one reads, which kind of just makes it unique. Really nice for a binder. You got foil, the Wandering Emperor. That one carried some value. In etched, this one is solid. I think that's one of the chases, but it's still very nice in foil. We had a non-foil Risona, a non-foil Thousand Face Shadow that was hiding in the bulk, and that did actually carry a little bit of value there. The non-foil Nashi Moon Sage's Scion, and non-foil Kaito Shizuki. All just look awesome in their anime treatments. Then we had some of these neon treatments, starting with the Fable of the Mirror Breaker. You don't really see it on the side, but when you reverse it, you have this neon treatment along the edges. Foil version of that, very nice. Same thing with this Jugen Defends the Temple, turning into the Remnant of the Rising Star. Very nice. We also had a Jingataxis in foil. We had a Tezzeret Betrayer Flesh in foil, Blade of the Oni non-foil, Kodama of the West Tree in foil. These neon treatments, I just love the art. The art is beautiful on these. It's really cool. And then the borderless treatments, we definitely had some really nice pulls there as well. We had the Ao, the Dawn Sky, the Junji, the Midnight Sky in foil, the Atsushi, the Blazing Sky in foil. All these dragons look awesome. I kind of wish I had the whole set. I might have some already. I'm kind of hoping that I have completed it with this purchase, but we'll have to take a look and see. We did pull one non-foil Bosiju, very nice, and then a foil Ijanjo, Seed of the Empire, really nice. Non-foil and foil Otawaras. Otawara made a great appearance here in this box. And then we also had a Takanuma Abandoned Mire. So very nice treatments on those. And then there's also a couple etched cards. We had the Nashi Moon Sage's Scion etched, which was really nice. And then, honestly, I love this treatment. This is an etched Jingataxis in Phyrexian. Honestly, it just looks so cool. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get this to focus a little bit here. But that etching, I know that it really doesn't stand out much on camera, but in person, this looks gorgeous. Really, really nice. Well done. And then we close out with a bunch of extended arts, just tons of them. And they all carry some great value. Really just ranging all the way around the set in regards to everything that's here. There's just so much value to be had with this box. That was nothing, but, you know, it was there. Honestly, this was such a cool experience. I love doing collector buys. I think that there's so much to be had in these purchases. You really never know what you're going to get, and I feel like I got very lucky, and honestly, I was very surprised at what I was able to get out of this. I would do business with this guy again anytime. This was great, and I really enjoyed it. Honestly, I think my favorite thing wasn't even so much some of these big pulls at the end, but some of the surprises throughout the box. Just kind of finding some of those Galaxy Foil lands, the foil Kamigawa lands, and Infinity lands. Just so much really cool, so many really cool cards to be had. There was also some of these surprises as well. This I was not expecting. This was not part of any of the photos that I saw, but seeing the Kozilek, and then this surprised me. This textured foil Ulamog is just so beautiful. I do not have this, or I did not have this, and I'm so excited that I do now. And this will probably be one of my favorites from this collection, along with some of those Ayabugans. Those are really cool. From Dominaria United, not a lot of value, but, you know, still cool. I do like some of these stained glass treatments. I think that they're cool. I think that the cards just weren't great, but I do like the treatments. But not a lot of value to be had in this. The Atakaro's Waste has like a little bit of value, but nothing much. Again, I still think that looks like Attack on Titan. I think that's still really cool. The Barrow Worm Speaker also carries just like a little bit of value. If anyone's looking to build a worm deck, this is probably a staple to put in there. So, honestly, this was a really cool experience. Like I said, I would do this again. I really enjoy these mystery boxes and just seeing what comes from it. And I look forward to getting another opportunity to do this again in the future. In the meantime, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun for me, and I hope that you guys had a lot of fun too. I imagine some of these cards may make it into giveaways in the future, so definitely keep an eye out. For those of you that are not aware, the Patreon is open now. I'm really looking to see interest in regards to people who would like to go ahead and pick up packs, so that way we can do some pack battles and see if we can do some giveaways through that. That would be a little bit more exclusive. So definitely take a look. We already have one that is slotted to take place for next Thursday at about 8 p.m. Eastern. That will be a Secrets of Strixhaven collector's box. All the information is on the Patreon page. See the link in the description for the specific opening, but there's also links in the community description for the Patreon for joining on a regular basis. There is also the Discord Bark Breaks store, which is also open. Limited inventory. I really do want to save a lot of my inventory for things like Patreon breaks and pack breaks. I think it's more fun that way. But there is some inventory there if you are interested in purchasing whole boxes. Feel free to take a look. There is some hard to find items such as the Codex bundles. They are on there, so feel free to take a look. And if you are interested in picking up anything, you can just PM me on Discord, and we'll go ahead and talk and figure out, you know, the best arrangement. In the meantime, I really appreciate you guys joining, and I look forward to opening more really cool products like this in the future, but I am really looking forward to next week's video where we get to crack open some collector packs and see what we find. Hopefully we find some serial cards. That would be pretty cool. Again, thanks so much for joining us, and definitely check out for other videos if you haven't already, and we will see you guys next time.